Hello everyone. On today's video, we're gonna go on a deep dive into a new software called Relief Maker. It's a phenomenal software that is used to make a bas relief. So without further ado, let's check it out. The software is made by Libre. This company is a company that has a CAD software, and seems that it's very promising software, very intuitive and easy to use. And check it out. They have worked with Nikon, NASA, Facebook, and Lens. So it's a very, very well software for what I have seen. However, they also have a broader company, which is called Relief Maker. This is the software that we're going to be checking today. Relief Maker, as its name says, is used to make bas relief, where you start with a 3D mesh, and then you extract a displacement map. This is phenomenal because a good displacement map can be used in multiple softwares. So they have here examples of their workflow, and personally, I will be comparing it versus bas relief from Zbrush and see where we have advantages and disadvantages. So check it out. These are the softwares that you can work with it. So since you have a displacement map, pretty much you can take it to any single software. So let's say Fusion, 3D Max, ZBrush, Maya, Blender, Cinema 4D, and so on for the model. So, okay, perfect. Let's start with what we used to do. So I wanted to take this model into a bas relief. I made this model a while ago. It's a version of Storm. And ZBrush has a tool called bas relief. So what you have to do is just append a plane. Now that I have my plane here, I have to frame my angles, and it's camera oriented. So let's say that for me, I want to capture this part of my character. So I can go just here to bas relief, and I can play with my count setting. Sorry, before doing that, I'm gonna divide multiple times. So now I'm gonna do 16 million. And here I can press select my count. Obviously, the higher the count, the longer it takes. And it tries to give you better resolution, right? So how much blur? And then you just gotta press bas relief. Since I am recording, this is gonna take a little while. So what I did is that instead of having you guys waiting or possibly crashing, I went and I created a bas relief. So this is the output that ZBrush is giving me at a 60 million polygon. I'm missing a lot of. Let me show you there you go. So that's how it started. That's my topology. So I'm missing a lot of details on it. Looks very, very pixelated and extremely flat. So it's something that is workable, but you don't have to spend a lot of time fixing everything, making more depth, and also re-sculpting everything. So to me, I wanted to find something that was easier, as plug and play as possible, and that's how I found Relief Maker. So let's open Relief Maker now. Give me a second. Okay, perfect. I have two screens, so it's opening on the second one. Oh, okay, there you go, perfect. So what I did is off screen, I took my OBJ file and my ZBrush file, and I exported as either OBJ or STL. And the file is almost like a 2 gigabytes, so it's a hefty file. Let's see how it handles it. So pretty much you just have to add, and here 1.8, so 2 gigabytes for sake of argument. We're gonna open, and now it's loading it. And of course I'm recording, right? So it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm super excited to show you guys what the potential of this software, because it's just unbelievable. Perfect. So now I have my sculpture here, and everything is mouse oriented. So I just have to frame it the way how I want it. To me, I want to frame something like this. Yeah, perfect. Something like this. Now, let's go through some of the settings. You can press mesh optimization if you have a low quality mesh. I made this mesh, so I know it's all watertight and what have you, right? But let the computer, well, let's see what the computer is doing. So now, all these settings, I have played around with them, and the default settings are phenomenal. So there is only two things that I'm gonna change. Let's wait until this works. So the things that I'm gonna change here is the level of bevel that I'm gonna have between my background and foreground. The second one that I'm gonna change is my focal length. That's a personal choice, but to me, I like my focal length to be between 85 to 105 for a portrait. So I'm gonna stick to that. And my resolution, it's a 1024 by 1024. I'm gonna double it. Okay, let's. Perfect. So, as I say, bevel, large, focal length, 105. Now my resolution, I'm going to put here 2. And let's put here 2. Perfect. Now, let's frame again. Let me close this. Get out of the way. Perfect. So one of the cool things of this software is that has a built-in illumination. So it's not like your materials have backlight, which will allow you to have an interpretation of how your bas relief gonna look like, right? So okay, super cool. Okay, so and also this color, like a clay color, like is very nice on the eyes. So okay, perfect. Now that we have all this set up, let's generate our relief. Boom, there you go. That's the relief that I'm getting. And now I'm playing with the light to see how it's gonna read. So it's reading perfect here, right? So now we're gonna go to File, Export. I'm gonna save on my storm. And here you just have to save as a TIFF file. And then I previously saved this one. So my 2K is corresponding to this one, right? So you just have to save it. Perfect. Now, you're gonna have another one where it tells you which format do you wanna export. For Zbrush, use Gamma 2.2, and I believe for Blender will be the same. So just keep it as it is. Okay, perfect, exported. So now let's go back to our Zbrush. I'm here on Zbrush, and I'm gonna use the map that I just created, right? I'm gonna append, and I'm gonna put a plane. There you go. Now, I have this paint that is also the same. 16 million. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go lower. I tested this one, so I know that I can use less resolution. So now that I have here, I'm gonna go to my standard brush, ST. Now I'm gonna use my drag rect, and I'm gonna select my alpha, import alpha, storm 2K, perfect. Now it's gonna frame it. I'm gonna make it big. I'm gonna kill my focal length, my focal shift, sorry, that is. And just drag. Perfect. Something like this. You know what? Let me just reframe it. Perfect. Now for what I'm gonna be using the head and part of the torso. So check it out. Now it's gotta go adjust last. Look at all this depth. Look at all this resolution. and I have 4 million versus this one that has 16 million. So let's make a comparison side by side. Okay. Yeah, of course, like this one is bigger, little technicalities. But look at all these. Let me make my pointer small. Look at all those details. So now, okay, they're on the same plane. Now I have my head, my torso, and all these, right? So let's say that I want to take it farther. Well, let's compare it to begin with. So the one from Zbrush, double the resolution, and yet is not producing a mesh that clean. So what does that mean? That you can work with less topology, you're going to be able to work faster, you're going to be able to sculpt less or spend less time on it, versus here, which is exactly the opposite, right? So very pixelated, not pixelated at all. Now, I'm going to show you something pretty cool that I just found. Okay, that's the girl that I sculpted, right? Look at all these lines. All these ones are here. You can see them very subtle there, right? And actually, let's use let's go brush, contrast target, and let's say that for whatever reason, I want those wrinkles back. There you go. You see? I'm gonna do it here because I also remember have something here. Now I'm going very subtle with the details, but look how much time I'm saving. On the eyebrows, I'm gonna give myself more. Perfect. Just using the contrast brush. Maybe I took it a little bit too far on the face, but for a sake of example, that's fine. Now let's compare my Zbrush one. Now if I try to use a contrast, keep in mind that I also have way more points, right? But look at, it's not doing nothing. It just doesn't have enough resolution, right? Okay, let's try it again. I say he's trying to do something, but not really. So yeah, this is a huge advantage. So now that we got a Zbrush out of the way, let's go back to our mesh. Perfect, I like that one. So, oh, too strong. Okay, something like this. So, to be honest, to me, this is as good as it's gonna be. Like, yeah, of course, you can go with your move brush and have more separation, right? But look the amount of detail that you're having on this. So, let's say if you're using laser engraving, this is just as good as it's gonna be. It's gonna save you a lot of time. So now let's take this file and do some jewelry with it. Okay. So what I did here is that I have this base mesh. I made it on C Modeler, and I will show you what I made. So let's append a cube. Now my cube, I'm gonna put him here on the side. On this one. Okay. I'm gonna keep this one as a reference. So what I did with this cube is that I made a cube of this size, and I made it like roughly this length and roughly this size, right? Yeah, more or less. Then I went with my C modeler brush and start inserting multiple edge loops. Of course, when I'm trying to do it on camera, it's not the same. Huh? Yeah, always goes that way. Perfect. So what I did after is that after doing that, I just Q mesh these down, and I made these holes by Q meshing them. You can see like the rest is just like a little bevel here, right? Now that I have this piece, oh, sorry. Okay, perfect. I'm sorry. So now that I have this piece completed, I'm gonna duplicate it. Let me kill this one. I don't need this one anymore. And I'm gonna divide a couple times. Perfect. Maybe more. 10 million? Okay, yeah, that's overkilling, but let's have some fun. So what I'm trying to do with this piece is gonna be some sort of a charm or a chain. Perfect. Something more or less like this. Oops, sorry. Perfect. So now we have that. We're gonna go back to our standard brush. We have our drag rectangle and our storm 2K. So now we just have to go there. Oh, yes, let me mask the back. Otherwise, it's gonna project on the back. I want the face to be like big. Perfect. So now that I have my silhouette here, I want to punch my details. I just have to go to adjust last. Now, if I remember correctly, adjust last is under stroke. Yes, adjust last. So it's the same as this one. I use it very often, so I just put it here. Perfect. Now, look at that face. Look at all that depth. Is that not something cool? And I know that now it's sticking, right? I want to protect my bas relief with this frame. So now I just have to go move, put my mesh down, and that's it. What do you think? So now to me, I was like, oh, well, I want to take it to a next level. So I'm going to go to my C plugin, text, new text, and I'm going to put it here on capitals. Storm. Perfect. Now it made that logo. So now it's just, which actually I have my logo here. So I now just have to place it. And I want something like this. I'm going to show you my live boolean. Perfect. Now I can do now I can engrave the logo. Maybe a little bit bigger to me. To me, I like a little bigger. So now once it's a Boolean, I can take, I don't want to do it on the screen because I don't want it to crash, right? I did it here and I will show you. But once that piece is Boolean, what I can do is just take this, go on my move, go on my bend curve. Oh, delete lower, sorry. Again, go on my bend curve. I'm sorry, bend arc, that is. And a little bit of a bend. Because now it can sit on your wrist and have some cool room, right? Check it out. So I will show you the final piece. Oh, and then also you can go here with your contrast target. Now this brush size is too big, and then you start punching your details back. Lips, necklace, the X-Men logo, and so on. And I will show you the final piece. There you go. So that's after the Boolean. Amazing software, huh? Base Relief Maker. One click and you're producing this. Otherwise, if I had to do it with the other, with the Zbrush workflow, it is doable, but will take me like days and days and days, no end. So, yeah, because let's see. Yeah, compare that to that. What a difference, huh? And this one I went a little bit too far on the details, so a little bit, there you go. Even if we make this one bigger, just to have the reference of about the same scale as the face. And I'm gonna show you a fast render of both. Yeah, there you go, you see it. So there you go, there you have it. Like, that's a Bas Relief Maker by Libre. It's a software that I'm in love with it. It's working phenomenal. Has a lot of precision, a lot of accuracy. As you guys saw, the demo is plug and play, which is also very time efficient. And the software comes with a lot of flexibility. You can throw any single software, OBJ or STL, and you can create the meshes. Also, another thing that I'm going to do for an upcoming video is that you can add multiple OBJs and stack them one on top, behind the other. And the software has the capacity to understand what's in the front and what's in the back. So you can create your own bas relief scenes. The software is very accessible too. It's just, actually, let's check this out because I think that this is very important. Give me a second. Let's talk about the pricing because let's check it out. Pricing. They're celebrating their launch, so they have 25% off. Perfect. Intro 25. And the price is for the Pro. Since I'm going to use heavy resolutions, I'm just going straight for the Pro. Import normal maps. Maximum output of 16K by 16K, which is a lot. Can you imagine the amount of resolution you can do with that? Sorry. Like, you can throw that as a height map or a displacement map on Blender, and you're going to have a lot of resolution. So no pixelation whatsoever. Export PFM depth masks. I haven't used that yet, but it's my next step. So yeah. Oh, and the most important thing, check it out. Forever license. So it's only one payment, which is phenomenal because nowadays every single software is trying to do subscriptions, which I get it. They need to have a constant revenue, but hey, one payment only. I gotta love that. So Libre, thank you so much for your software. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Perfect. Let me just go back and show you the pricing. So here's the pricing: $399. As I say, 16K map and access to support and what have you. So they have the $200, which is a 1K resolution. To me, I think that the $399 is the way to go. And of course, both are forever licenses, right? They just released update 1.1, which is the one that I show you guys, and it's phenomenal. Actually, I got this software on the version 1.0 and was outstanding good. What they did with the 1.1 is that they expand the output formats, and they added TIFF file. There you go, guys. That's Relief Maker by Alibre. Excellent software. Go and check it out. I'm sure that you guys are going to have a blast with it. Don't forget, love your friends, love your family, love yourself. Have a good evening. Cheers. Oh, what's that? A pug? Oh, what's that? Another pug. Ooh. Alibre.